Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. Oh, it's been a long time that I last uploaded a video and even just created content for FPL. But I am back and I cannot wait. The FPL is now live, so we can play it, we can create our teams and drafts and so on and talk about it, and I cannot wait to do that. It's been a while. I haven't created a content like proper content in about nearly 2 years, really. But I've been around. I've been watching. I've been looking. This season, not last season, but the season before, I didn't do well at all. Kind of giving up really a little bit halfway. But last season, I made a big effort. Big effort to play it in a different way as well. You know. And it's worked. And as you can see, last season I got into the 7,701 rank. So, oh, this is quite cool. This is new. 0.1%. So, yeah, really happy with that. Inside of the top 10k. And playing it like you got to say like, oh, we always hear that, right? Playing it differently and not following the crowd. And you know what? It's worked. It's worked, and I want to go through some of the strategies that I picked up and strategies that has actually worked for me. But you know, every season is different, so the strategies that I'll tell you is definitely not going to work this season because it's always going to be different. But what I can say is, you know, sometimes when you look at content, right, and people suggest, oh, you should really go for this, but they don't do it themselves. Last season, I just went for it, you know. And the other kind of the small strategy that I can actually mention is sometimes when you are on top, so when you are actually doing well, you can take a couple of risks. You know, if I'm getting a couple of green arrows, let's just say I get 2-3 green arrows in a row, I'm around the 100k mark or inside the top 500, I'm like, you know what? 500k, not 500. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna bring some players in. I'm gonna change things around. And then another kind of tip that I really want to talk about is not being like dedicated, not being like stuck with one player, you know, and never getting rid. Just get rid. Just get rid and get that player back. Just because you will lose 0.1, just do it, you know. And it's worked for me. And there was another kind of a strategy that I can mention that has helped me last season to get to that rank, because I was around 5,000, I was around, you know, nearly 3,000 something, and I was like, oh my god, I can win this. It's that, you know, when people talk about, I think we need to go and get these players, you know, we need to go and get João Pedro or something, or Wilson, you know, he's going to have a really good fixture here, but I don't really want that player long term, you know, so a lot of people don't go for those players like that. Um, but I did, you know, there were situations where I remember Wilson had like a game. I can't remember what the game was actually, but he had a really good home fixture. And we didn't really have the best captain option. I don't think Haaland was playing and Fernandez wasn't viable that time. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to try something different because everything was split, right, of percentage of captaincy. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring Wilson in. I'm going to captain him. Got him like 10 points to 20. And I got rid of him straight away. I was like, no, that's it. I don't need you. I'm not going to stick with the players for long term. I'm going to move them on, and I don't care. I don't care what people say. I'm just going to play my game. Yes, it's good to get the information. It's good to get the info, but it's all about your team. Anyways, sorry about that. I just thought I will mention those things because I think it's quite important when we go and create our team. And this is what we want to do, and I apologize if I ranted on a little bit, but it's been a long time and I can't, and I need to talk about these things because it's important that we do so we can start building a team. Now, I do want to quickly, where is this thing? So if we go to fixtures, now this is not the best tool for me. I don't really like it as much, but it does help you, showing you that what people might be targeting, which teams would they, you know, people will be bringing in players from. Now you can see like in game week 1, you've got Arsenal, Manchester United, you know, these are the bigger teams, and you've got quite a few smaller teams that's got fixtures. I'm looking for good captain options, you know. Manchester United against Ipswich at home, really good Fernandes captain. So looking like Fernandes is a player that I want. Maybe another player from them. Chelsea maybe, but it's Brighton at home. Brighton's always, you know, can be quite good. Then you can see Manchester City comes along. I mean, Manchester City's got good fixtures anyway with Bournemouth at home and then Crystal Palace away and Coventry at home. So I can see a triple captain option here in Game Week 3, maybe even against Sunderland. So, you know, this is quite good to see. And the other thing that we need to look at is when the international breaks are, when those large breaks are. And I can see something around the fourth, so the third and the fourth game weeks, because that's quite a big gap. And there's another one here, which is the 18th of September all the way to the 10th. So for me, that tells me that I think around the game week 5 to 6 wildcard could be the best time to do this in. We could do an early one, like 3 to 4, so wildcarding after game week 3. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, we need to target, you know, Manchester City, maybe some Aston Villa players, and probably Manchester United and Arsenal. So obviously they're the main picks, right? But that's something that we need to look at, and that's what I've been doing last season, looking at those. And as you can see, right, like a lot of people. So the deadline is on Friday, so a lot of people are gonna go and get Arsenal players. You know, first home game, Sky Sports. A lot of people have Sky Sports, so they probably want to watch it. This is important. A lot of people, popular players from Manchester United. Everton versus Crystal Palace will be quite a difficult one to kind of predict. These are quite difficult, but I like Leeds. You know, I like Calvert-Lewin. I do like Brentford playing against Spurs at 5:30. I think that's a really good time to do it as well, to get some players from there like Thiago. Hard to predict for Brighton versus Aston Villa. Manchester City at home against Bournemouth. You know, Bournemouth lost an SC, so they need to change things around and so on. So Manchester City, it's the way to go. And I think Fulham against Chelsea. I think Fulham could do well against Chelsea. I'm not sure about how good Chelsea is going to be this season, so we'll see. I know they've got Rodgers, so that might change a lot. And this game, like Newcastle against Liverpool, Gordon could be a player. So let's just assume that every player is available. Okay, let's just assume that every player is available, and I'm going to remove all of these players, and I'm not gonna cut the video. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Oh, by the way, I will try my best to update my content so it looks good. So get away. Okay, here we go. So we definitely need Arsenal players. So let's go and start making that happen. So how do we do that? Where is the transfer? Okay, here we go. So the transfers are here. Now, what I want to look at is, let's just go for selected. Let's see what people are selecting. So you can see Haaland. I mean, I'm definitely going to bring Haaland anyway, so that's a given. Now, João Pedro, you know, 15 goals, 9 assists. He is a player that could be very explosive. You got Fulham away, Brighton at home, Arsenal away. Not really certain, but maybe after the big international break, the big break, I don't know. I mean, he is a good pick, but maybe he's just really high line because of the auto stuff. I really like Thiago. I think at home against Tottenham looks good, then away against Leeds, and at home against Sunderland. So I think I think the fact that he's priced around 8 million mark, 22 goals, 1 assist on penalties, I like that. Watkins dropped in price, which is good. 16 goals and 4 assists last season. Brighton, Arsenal, and Hull. That's not the best, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I think with Rodgers not being there, I'm not sure. Who knows? Gokeres had a drop, but I think Havertz is the same. Yeah, Havertz is the same. Mateta, 12 goals, but there's some definitely rotation risk there. Not the best fixtures. I like Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, I like it. You know, okay fixtures, not the best, you know, 2 away games in the first 3. But the fact that he is cheap, like 6 million, I think that helps balancing that out. I really like that. I like the balancing of Haaland, Thiago, and Calvert-Lewin. The others I got to check. I got to make sure if I'm not kind of missing out on anyone. But I mean, let's have a quick look. Would I want any Crystal Palace? No, I've got Haaland, maybe Liverpool, but we'll see. Just targeting fixtures, really. You know, I can see that Manchester United are really one of their players as well, so we'll have a look. Now, if we go to midfielders, let's do the same thing as well, because it's quite important that we look at the ownership. We don't want a big template, and I'm pretty sure this will turn into a template, but we need to get close to a template and have a couple of differentials. That's helped me. Last season, I had a template-ish team around the 70% mark, and I had a few other players that I played that got me those extra points, and that's what I want to do. I want to stay with the pact, right? That's what I want to do. So we got Bruno, yeah, another good captain option. If I'm not going to go with Haaland, it's going to be Bruno. Now Rodgers, I'm gonna wait. I'm not going to be like, hey, I need to go and get him. He's 7.5. That's not bad though. That is not a bad mark. That 7.5 is really good. I like Rice. I like Rice. I think this season, with the way he plays, and if he's back from the holidays and he's ready to go, I think he's a really good option. He's a nailed-on player. He would definitely chip away, and I think throughout the season, I think he will do really well. Let me just have a quick look at the total points here. So if I go to where's the total points? Am I blind? What's going on? This is game week points, total points. There we go. So Rice is fourth. Rice is fourth, and he's 7.5. So that's good. Anderson is there as well with 6.5 in that Manchester City side. Wilson is still 6.5. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, Saka is expensive to get. Bruno G. Okay. I'm just having a quick look on where things are. But I think Rice, being a player that not scores a lot of goals and stuff like that, he chips away with a lot of points. So I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna put him in my team. Now I don't know how this team's gonna turn out. I'll be honest with you. Semenyo, that is 8.5. That's not too bad actually. I like that, and I need another Manchester City player. Anderson could be something, but then it's just becoming too defensive kind of team. I'm not really sure about that. Foden is 7 million. If he can get some run of games, then he would definitely be good. So Rice and Fernandes in. Let's go and build the defense for now, because we need to do that. Okay, so there's O'Reilly, so I can get Gahey. He's a bit more cheaper. O'Reilly is quite expensive. We're gonna have to put Gabriel, I'm afraid. And I think what I'm gonna do is I might just go for double up. I might just go for double up on the goalkeeper and never touch the goalkeeper position, because if Gabriel can, gets a clean sheet, then that's not going to be beneficial for me. A lot of people will be getting some cheaper defenders. Let me see if I can get a cheap goalkeeper that is around 4 million that could play. I'm just going to have a look here because the screen is quite far. Debraka, yeah. Oh, is that Spurs? Was he at Spurs before? Interesting. Well, I just need a cheap goalkeeper for now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I just need to get a cheap player to kind of fill in the gaps. Let's go for midfielders now. Leeds, Manchester United. Do I want any more Manchester United players? Maybe the Rodgers one is actually pretty good. Anyway, I think, however, though, I do want to go for Gordon. I think Gordon could be a good shout. I think he played really well in the World Cup. And where is he? So let's have a quick look. Where is Newcastle? Here we go. Obviously, Gordon is gone. Oh, yeah. Ah. Oh, yeah, it's gone to Barcelona. It's gone to Barcelona, everybody. Gordon is not there. Well, forget that then. Okay. Well, that was nice. Let's have a quick look at Spurs. Senesi. Some of the midfielders. I do like Pedro Porro, Fernandez, Madison. Okay. Who do I really want? Do I really want another Leeds player? No, I don't really want that, do I? Interesting. Interesting on the midfielder position. Well, let's just try to fix something. Let's just try to just build a team anyway. And then if we go for a really, really cheap midfielder, just to see how that team looks, let's just go for Hughes for now, or Reed. Hughes or Reed, just do that. How much do I actually have? 12 million. Ooh, interesting. So it's not going to work. So if we go for the defenders, if we just go for a 4 million, let's just add a few of this and have 2 main players. So you can't, okay, so you can't actually have something like this. So something needs to give. Something needs to give. This is interesting. I'm liking this so far. This is definitely gonna make things more challenging. Trippier Jr. He plays up front, doesn't he? I'm sure he does. Anderson. Maybe it's we need to bring players like Wilson. So what's the team? Okay. I haven't really looked too much in details of how my team would look like, by the way. So I'm just trying to fit things on the go. And I want to see how the team could look like. Obviously with a lot of changes. If we go to O'Reilly, and as you can see, so you can't actually make this team. So something is expensive. Something is not. This is quite interesting though. I mean, it's probably because Gabriel is so expensive, and that is why it's not helping. So let me have a quick little think. So what I'm seeing is it's going to be quite difficult to bring in like Gabriel, Fernandez and Haaland and another like expensive forward like Thiago being 8 million. It's going to be quite difficult, but so far I'm getting there. But I do need to make a big change, and I do want to, you know, have an Arsenal defense, have two of them really. But there's got to be, we've got to start chipping away. We have to do that, like, to help us out. Maybe one really expensive, you know, defender, and the others could be quite cheap. It just depends on what I want to do. I mean, 6 million. I need a 4.5 guaranteed playing. Well, let's just add this for now. I want to see, so 2 million. Oh. That's quite tough. Maybe maybe this is telling me that it's not the best thing to do by bringing in free strikers. So I'm just going to bring any kind of 4.5 just to see if I can have a little bit of money. Maybe I'll change to like SAR, so 6.5. That's pretty good. I think he takes penalties. Okay, 3.5. Wow, got to do more chipping away. I guess it's the midfielders I got to do. So what I'm going to do is just try to. Oh, I do want at least 2 Man City, two Arsenal. Is Declan Rice is the way to go? I don't know. Szoboszlai, cheaper because he takes penalties. This is helping me 4 million. Can I have maybe another 0.5 from somewhere? Is there any cheaper option here? Ooh, okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Enjoy. Okay. So let's just 6 million. Let's just do that. Can I just get rid of this player? There we go. 6 million. Okay. I'm liking this midfielder so far. And then I've got a 4.5 million player that I want. That just gonna pick any kind of highly owned goalkeeper. I think not goalkeeper, defender. I think this is definitely going to be a bit difficult. Let's just bring Konza for now. Okay, let's just make this team. I think first draft without planning, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. So let's just fix these all up. Okay. Do you know what? That's not bad. You got Gahey and Haaland, two Manchester City players. You got Gabriel, but you don't have Rice. You don't have another Arsenal player. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I definitely need. And do I need this player? That's 4 point. No, it was. It's the goalkeeper like this. Interesting, yeah. It is definitely difficult. You got to make some choices, but I can't seem to fit. I think Gabriel's really hurting the team because I do want Haaland and Fernandes. And maybe if I just quickly do something here. I know I'm rambling on a little bit. I mean, Van Dijk, that is a 6.5. You've got quite a few other good players. Interesting. So from what I can see, if you're getting Gabriel in your team, you have Fernandes, you have Haaland, it's going to be quite tough to kind of fit in every player that you want. But you can see I took a downgrade on Thiago to kind of up the midfielders, and that's not too bad, to be honest. I've got Rodgers, Szoboszlai will be taking penalties. You got Sarr, you got Ndai, so that's not too bad. I really like that midfielders now. The defense could work. Yeah, do you know what? That's not that bad. You got Gahey and Gabriel, you got Konza, but what I'm seeing is this could be quite good. What I'm seeing is that there is no extra Arsenal, and I think we need an extra Arsenal. So we'll see. Anyways. This is the first draft, right? This is just for us to chit chat. This is one of the bigger videos that I want to make that covers, you know, the strategies, me coming back and going through the players one by one with you guys. Sometimes longer videos are better, sometimes shorter videos are better. But this is what I want to do. I want to just talk a lot of stuff and get through as many things as I can. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. You know, give the video a like. If this video gets 50 likes, that will be incredible. I'll make another one. But I think the next video that I'm thinking to make will be next week, Wednesday. So a little bit longer than what I wanted, but I'm away. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm back and I cannot wait. Hopefully I can finish in the top 10k. That would be great. Join the journey with me. I'll try to update this UI as well. And that is about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.